Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest rally trapping video. In today's video, I'll be showcasing some clips from my mini Titan. Before we get into the video, I want to give a shout out to the 100k gems winner from my Slayer group. It is Demiurge, Mr. Ow, and Ada Official. Shout out to them for winning that. All you gotta do to win 100k gems from every single video that I post is be in my Slayer group, and I will pick someone who has been active in that group. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the first clip. Here it is gonna be against MXG Humpalicious is the word. So anyways, going to be taking a rally from him. This guy is quite strong, a top tier rally lead for sure. I did do one little mess up in the first clip here. I decided to swap my formation a little bit late here, and because of that, I was not ready to click the watchtower, and they ended up bamboozling me. Actually, it was technically a double bamboozle because I was sitting in range and they tested me in range and they sent calves. So again, that was my fault. They maybe thought I was online, I was going to counter, but I didn't think they would think I would go into infantry. But again, this is one of the bigger hits this account has ever taken. These things do happen while you're rally trapping, so you gotta be ready for this because guess what? You're gonna get countered once in a while. Sure, I don't get countered very often, like very, very, very little, but I would say 1 out of every 10 times I will get countered on one of these rallies, and you're gonna take some big damage, especially if you're not sitting in gear. It's just one of the risks you gotta take as a rally trap. But sometimes it's a good thing because after you get like countered like this, there's a good chance you're going to get a follow-up rally, and that's what's happening. Again, I do have one of their leaders. They know I am now down on infantry. I don't have a lot of troops to begin with, so they're going to go in for the rescue rally, which is perfect for me because, again, my gear is really good. So if I ever get this in this really bad situation, usually all I gotta do is put my gear on and I'll be okay. As long as I don't get full countered again, I should be totally fine. Mr. Peanut is a maxed account though. Again, around this time, I think he was pretty much a maxed account. Nowadays, there's a little bit extra stars, but this was a month or two ago. So again, he was very close to max stars at this point. A very strong account. Obviously, he has max temper 12 and everything. So again, I was expecting a mix because they're going in for a rescue rally. And as you can see here, I always keep at least 3 million troops in the sanctuary at all times so I can just pull them out for emergency situations like this, which is perfect because it gives me an extra 3 million troops to play with. Anyways, gonna throw my war gear on early, check what they're gonna be sending. I think it was a 4-4-2 in this situation. Let's double check. Yeah, it was a 4-4-2. So I want to be either an infantry formation or infantry wedge. Either is actually okay. I still don't know which one's technically better, but I took 1.4 mil. He sent a pretty much 2.5 mil rally. I think I might have had a garrison or something that knocked out a couple K troops, but that was it. I like to keep a garrison just in case because it does help out. Let's say if they don't send a mix, it helps out with fodder. Doesn't really help much against a mix attack because since they are just full squads anyways. Take a look at his gear here. He's got 132 blessed, all tempered 12 on all his accessories. Really, really strong account. It was a 2.5 mil rally as well. He popped the Trojan Familiar. If you don't know what the Trojan Familiar does, it just makes it so your coalition size is larger. So you can send a 2.5 mil instead of a 2.375 mil. Yeah. And again, there was a decent amount of tier 5, but that's kind of expected from a 2.5 mil rally. There's going to be quite a bit of tier 5 in there. Here was the first hit, did 4.7. Next hit did 1.4. So first hit hurt, second hit wasn't too much of a hit. It was kind of more of a noodle hit. So, yeah, I would call that a noodle hit. 1.4 nowadays is kind of a noodle. Anyways, going to go against him again. I was thinking... yeah, I wasn't sure if they're going to go mix again since they failed in the first one. I was kind of expecting a blast, but I don't know. Maybe they're going to go 4-2-4 or something and try a different mix or something, because the first one obviously noodled super hard, so I wouldn't expect them to do the same thing, especially since they went 2.5 mil and it didn't work, unless he had like 100% size boost and went 2.675 or whatever that one is. That's the only other way to go more. So I was expecting a blast, so I was getting ready for that. I'm going to be pulling out as many troops as I can out of my sanctuary just so I can have some extra troops. Because, again, they're not going to cancel because of that. So, guildmates are doing a good job of giving me some resources just in case I need to heal or build more troops or something like that. It is greatly appreciated when you're trapping if you get some resources like this. Yeah, so, again, just make sure you put your gear on early because at this point, I don't think they're going to cancel. They probably already saw my war gear as well, so that's not an issue. I could be popping an attack boost too, which I'm not sure if I do or not here. I don't think I do. I think I just throw on my war gear for this one. Again, I could have popped an attack boost. So anyway, 6 seconds to go. Gonna throw on the war gear just a little early, see if I can counter this. And it is a range rally. I do get the swap off pretty quickly, but you'll see here in a second, it actually wasn't quick enough. So they really carpeted that one hard. I was actually surprised I did not get the counter off. See, I was still in range foul when it hit me, but yeah, I was actually really surprised because I thought I swapped that pretty quickly there within a couple seconds. So they really hit those carpets hard. You can see his range gear, it is all tempered 12 as well. So again, this count is really strong. He still had the Trojan going, so it was another 2.5 mil rally. Did about 2.3 mil to my front line, 2.36 mil, and with about 900k from the Pack 5s themselves. So again, now I have both their leaders. Mr. Peanut did use his bunny on the first rally, but obviously can't use it 2 rallies in a row. I ended up getting a leader, and this was a little bit later, by the way. So this was later on. So they thought I was sitting offline here. I'm still sitting in the same spot. Unfortunately for them, if I'm ever trapping, I'm pretty much always online, so you're not going to catch me offline, trust me. Unless, for whatever reason, the internet goes out in my my city or something like that. That's the only way you're going to catch me off. But yeah, so I was expecting them to carpet hard here, but this guy wasn't the strongest rally lead, so I didn't really care. So again, like after taking like 2 really top tier rally leads, one being a max account and stuff, taking someone like this is actually pretty easy to take a rally from someone like this. So again, they're like a mid-tier rally lead. It's not a real scare fest here. Again, I'm just getting ready. I thought they might have had a timer since there's 2 marches walking, and I'm probably going to take this in my fake gear, sitting in infantry for this as well. I was also expecting an infantry. I was expecting something, but they ended up going infantry, I believe, on this one, and they don't really carpet that hard compared to the other ones. So I was kind of thinking there for a second, like, should I just let them take it in infantry so they think I'm offline? Because I think they tested me in infantry, so. But at the end, I decided to actually just counter them. Obviously, they know my line, so looking back at it, I should have just let him hit me infantry on infantry. He wasn't that strong. He wouldn't have done that much damage. It's just a habit sometimes where I'm just like, I gotta counter it. But yeah, in this situation, I should have let him hit me infantry on infantry. I would have did a little more damage, but I got quite a bit of troops there, so would have been fine. Wouldn't have put me back too much. Anyway, so yeah, so that was the 3rd hit. They did use a bunny on that one, so I still only have 2 of their leaders. I believe I do end up getting a ransom later on or something like that, or I ended up executing. I can't remember what the end result from this, but they did not get their leaders back, I can tell you that way. They did not free them, at least. Eventually they got them back, but yeah, I never got to see his gear either since he swapped back. He has good artifact stars though. Decent tier 5 count, nothing crazy. It's just a million tier 5. Yeah, nothing super crazy or anything like that. Yeah, so anyways, it went okay. So again, yeah, like I said, sometimes you get countered, so you got to be ready for that and have a backup plan, which is one of the reasons why I just keep troops in my sanctuary, just in case that happens, because it happens. So anyways, moving on to the next clip here. This is just a little different. I'm just rallying someone in KVK pretty much. It's the same account, by the way. This is the same account I've been trapping on. It also has some blasts too. actually has some pretty good blasts. You'll see that here. Again, this guy doesn't have a lot of troops or anything like that, but yeah, we're gonna hit him though. So again, I wasn't sure if he was offline, but if he was online, this is not gonna go well for him. And keep in mind, when I rally people, I do have fake gear on most of the time, so sometimes they think I'm just a really noob lead, because I'm not like super high in might, but obviously I do have a good blast on this account. So let's see how this goes. Clicked the wrong thing there. Maybe I'm a noob lead. Anyways, ended up burning him. Let's see if he swapped gear or not. I don't think he's online, actually. I think he ended up pretty much getting zeroed here after this. He had a decent tier 4 count, just didn't quite have the front line to be able to, yeah, to be able to take that. But again, I think he was offline, so yeah, I think we're gonna go in for a solo now after this one as well. I think I go infantry on this. So I do need to switch my talents because I'm in cap talents right now. So I think they started going without me though. They started going in first. So I'm gonna quickly hit my infantry and speed this up and switch to infantry, and then have to switch to infantry foul as well because I'm in range. So there you go. I think I got the swap out perfectly in time there. Let's see. Yeah, I got into infantry foul. Ended up capping the leader as well, so free leader from there. And then what we noticed was after this, we started actually farming his resources as well. Because I think he had some extra resources in there. And then one of his guildmates decided to actually garrison him, so we'll get to that soon. But yeah, again, I didn't have much tier 5 in this rally. My account is not a tier 5 account, it's a tier 4 account, so again, that does reduce the tier 5 count. Ended up with basically just range left after that. Ended up taking out his infantry and his cav with my cav blast. Did about 5 million damage, and then ended up just taking out his siege at the end with my infantry blast, so technically didn't even need to go infantry. So yeah, you can see this guy from Mex here. He's sneakily garrisoning the marches here because we were actually farming him. So I went to check and see what he sent, but he only sent a 250. Who garrisons with a 250 anyways? So I'm going to teach him a little lesson here. Don't garrison with a 250, even though he has tier 5 and I only have tier 4 here. So, yeah, 375 is going to give him a little hurt here. Again, it is KVK, so I'm going to get some points from this as well, which would be good. Unfortunately, I'm not really jeweled for mix. I really should jewel my my gear for mix, but again, a lot of them in my blast sets, so that does make it a little bit difficult. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Yeah, so he ended up getting some reds because I filled his infirmaries. Ended up taking about 50k reds from that one. Yeah, you can see I took out a lot of his tier 5 as well, so that's going to be a expensive healing bill. Almost took out all of his tier 4 too. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video today. We'll have some more trapping videos coming out this week. If you guys have any questions about that, let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you haven't joined the Slayer group, come join us in Slayer for the 100k jump giveaways we'll be doing on every single video. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.